Hello, in this video I will show you how you can run electronics e-commerce shop with admin dashboard in Next.js and Node.js. So, first to mention, I will be very slow and because I want to make this video or tutorial very easy for everyone. So, you can speed up the video if you like it more, because I will be very slow. So first, instructions. To run the app, you first need to download and install Node.js and npm on your computer. Here is the link to the tutorial that explains how to install them. So just click here and install Node.js and npm if you don't have it. And here is the link to the website where you can install them. Click the link, right click and install them, but I highly recommend to follow the tutorial if you don't have Node.js and npm. The second step is when you install Node.js and npm on your computer, you need to download and install MySQL on your computer. Again, here is another link to the tutorial. I highly recommend to follow the tutorial for MySQL because it has some tricks in installation, so follow the link, and again here is the link where you can install MySQL. And the third step is optional, but highly recommended if you don't have a database management app. HeyDSQL is beginner friendly and very easy to use because you won't have problem with running the app, but later when you want to access admin dashboard, you will need to give admin permissions to the user, so then you will need HeyDSQL. That's why this step is optional, but highly recommended. Again, here is the link to the tutorial and here is the link to the website where you can install HeyDSQL. And I forgot to mention, there is also another step to install code editor if you don't have it, but I assume you have code editor. If you don't have, I highly recommend to install Visual Studio Code because I will use it in this tutorial, so if you want to follow exactly like I am doing, you can click here and there is the version for Mac, for Windows and Linux. So just click download for Windows and installation is next and you will install Visual Studio Code. Okay, the next step is when you install all the programs you need on your computer, you need to download the project. When you download the project, you need to extract it. Okay, so click here on code and click here download zip. Okay, it has installed. We will open it. We will open the file and cut it and post. I will put it here. Okay, I have a problem with this. I will delete this and I will again cut. Okay, I have opened this. Okay, I will cut this and wait for this to delete. Okay, and now put the new version of zip file and I will extract it. You can click here extract all on you, or you can go WinRAR and or any other extraction tool you have. Again, I am more like WinRAR, so I will open it in WinRAR and copy this and paste it on the desktop. Okay, we have done it. Now the next step. The next step is to open Visual Studio Code in this folder. Again, if you use any other code editor, you can open this folder in any other code editor, but I will open it in Visual Studio Code. So right click and you click open in terminal. Just make sure you are in your project folder and click code dot. Write code dot. This is if you have Visual Studio Code. If you don't have Visual Studio Code, I will explain what you need to do if you don't have Visual Studio Code. So if you don't have, we have opened now this folder in our code editor, in this case Visual Studio Code. Again, if you don't have Visual Studio Code, in 99% of cases you go to File, you click open folder, and you open the folder. You find first your project folder. In this case it is this, and you click select folder, and that's it. And you will be on the same step as I am now. Now we need to when we have opened this, we need to create .env file. So right click and click new file and write .env. Make sure you have created this in the root folder of the project, and now we can proceed to the next step. So we created file with the name .env, and now the sixth step is you need to put the following code in the .env file, and instead of username and password, put your MySQL username and password. So I refer to this username and password. Instead of this username and password, you put your MySQL username and password. I will explain it now. So first copy this and paste it here. Okay. So now first we will change first here. Here is port. It is 3306. It is default port for MySQL, and I think you have the same, but if you don't have the same port, you need to put your port. But in most cases for MySQL it will be this port. Okay, now here comes your database name. You can put any name you want here. I will put, for example, testing DB v1, for example. And now you need to put your MySQL username and password. It is the same username and password you used when you were installing MySQL. So I hope you have saved that username and password, because you will use it. Username is most cases root, but you maybe have changed it while you were installing. I will now pause the video and put my password here. So I will pause the video and I will be back very quickly. Okay, I have put the password, and now we can proceed to the next step. So after you do the sixth step, you need to create another .env file in the server folder and put the same database URL you used in the previous .env file. So the same database URL you used. Okay, so now you need to go to the server folder and create here while you are in the server folder, you need to right click and click new file, and again call it .env. Yes, it is the same name as previous file. Okay, .env. And now you put here your database URL, and now you need to put the same database URL you used in the previous .env file. So again here, for example, it is root, and again I forgot how we named this database in the previous .env file, so I will pause the video and I will be back very quickly. Okay, we now have both env files. Now we can go to the next step. Okay, the next step is, now you need to open your terminal of choice in the root folder of the project and write npm install. So now we need to open the terminal. You have two ways to open the terminal. The first way is to go here and click open in terminal, and you open your project in the terminal. Okay, it is here, but we will do different way. So again, so you can see, okay, here, and you write and you paste npm install. Just make sure you are in your project folder, but we'll do it different way. We will, because I more like to do it in Visual Studio Code. So we will click here terminal, and we will click here new terminal. And now, while you just make sure you're again in the project folder and paste the command npm install, and it will install all packages. I will pause the video because it needs some time to install all the packages. Okay, that's it. It has installed. As you can see, it has 4 warnings, but it is not affecting application, so we can proceed to the next step. So we did 8th step. Now we can now go to 9th step. Now you need to navigate with the terminal in the server folder and install everything. So copy this command and just make sure you are in your root project and paste cd server. Now we will go to our backend code and now we will again copy this and paste it here. It will install very quickly because it doesn't have as many packages as front end, so we will wait few seconds. Excellent, it has installed. Now you will need to run the Prisma migration now. Make sure you are in the server folder and write the following: npx prisma migrate dev. So again, make sure you are in the server folder and paste this command. Okay, it is creating database and applying migrations, and it looks like excellent. That's it. And now next is to insert demo data. To do it, you need to go to the server, then utils folder and call insert demo data. So copy this command, and now while you are in the server folder, paste this command to go to the utils folder. And now you need to run this file to insert demo data. Okay, as you can see, demo images inserted successfully, demo categories inserted successfully, and demo products inserted. Okay, now we can go to the 12th step. Now you can go back to the server folder and run the backend. So this command, again, while you are in the utils folder, you need to paste this command to go back to the server, and now you need to run the backend. Okay, and server is running on port 3001. Now the next step. The next step is, while your backend is running, you need to open another terminal. So don't stop the backend. This is very important. Don't stop the backend. In the second terminal, you need to make sure you are in your root project folder and write the following: npm run dev. So this is very important step. Don't stop the backend. Open another terminal. So as you can see, backend is running, so we are not stopping it, and we only paste this command: npm run dev, and it will run the frontend, Next.js frontend. And now we need to do the last step. It is to open localhost 3000. Okay, it is ready, and now we can open localhost 3000. It is compiling now. We will wait until it compiles. Excellent, it is running now and compiled. Excellent. Excellent that this happened, because always the first time it runs, it throws this error, but we will just do this and again write npm run dev, and the error should go away. So just restart this, and it should work after this. Excellent, that's it. So as you can see, you can go to smartphones, for example, and it is loading now all smartphones on the website. You can go to the single product page, and it will go to the single product page. Okay, now what I want to show you is how you can access admin dashboard. For example, when you try to access admin dashboard, you need to go to this URL. So your localhost 3000, and you add here admin and click enter. But it doesn't allow you to access admin dashboard because you don't have admin rights. So we need to give, we of course need first to create account. So we need to click register. Okay, and now we need to give our user our name, our password, email address, 12332143211, 12332143221. Okay, and we click sign up. Okay, registration successful. And now, of course, we have a validation here. Kuzma at Gmail. I will put here, and again it has validation. Okay, 12332143221. Okay, remember me, and I will click sign in. Okay, we are now signed in. But again, if you try to access admin dashboard, we don't have access because we are not admin. So we need to give this user admin permission. We need to go. So now Hey SQL comes into a game because we need to access our database. And now when you first time install Hey SQL, you will have here your session. You won't have here sessions. You need to create session. So you will click here new. You can give it a name, for example, test. And now you put here your username, your MySQL username. It is the same username you have put in .env file. And here again the same and the same password you have put in .env file. And here you put your MySQL default port. So you change only these three things and you click open. I already have my session, so I won't create it because I already have it, and I will only click open, and it will open our database. Okay, and now you need to find your database name. In our case it is this, and we need to find product user table. Okay, and we click here, and now you go here to data. You have this data tab. You click here, and now instead of user role you give it admin role, and now our user will have admin role. Now we can access admin dashboard. Excellent. Now as you can see, it is not some fancy design because our goal was not to create a fancy design for this dashboard, but to make it fully functional. And you can see, you can access all products, you can see orders, but right now we don't have orders on the website. Now you can see here all products. You can click add new product, you can see product details, you can change all information about this product, you can delete the product, and to delete the product you first need to delete all its records in orders. This is because of foreign key constraint. Now we don't have any orders, so we can easily delete this product, and product is successfully deleted. Of course you have categories. You can add new category, you can delete, update category. You can do all manipulations on categories. You have users. Also you can change user role, you can edit all the information, and of course you can delete user and add new user. And what's left to show you is this. So I will log out, and now we will click login. Okay, and now here as you can see we have GitHub login and Google login. By default this is disabled, but you can enable it easily by going to Visual Studio, go to app folder, go to API folder, go to auth route.ts, and I have commented this code here. So you just uncomment this code. This is for GitHub provider and Google provider. Okay, and now also you uncomment this. I have commented this because setup for it is little bit complicated, because you need to add Google ID and Google secret in your env file on the front end. So you go to this env file on front end and you add Google secret, Google ID, and GitHub secret, GitHub ID. You can find it. You can get it easily by watching tutorials on Nextauth, and of course you can put more providers here, for example Facebook provider, Instagram provider, and all other providers. But I won't show you this in this tutorial, because this tutorial will be very long then. And now what's left is when you want to for example you come back to this, and for example I will cancel this. Okay, I cancel with Ctrl C. And now every time you want to run this project again, you need to open server. You need to have one console terminal in the server folder, and you need to have one terminal in your front end or root project folder. And now while you are in your root project folder, you need to write here npm run dev. Okay, and now you need here, when you are in the server folder, you need to write node app.js, and you will run your server. You do this every time. You don't need to go to all these steps we did, because that was just setting up the project. Now you just write node app.js on the server folder and npm run dev while you are in your root project folder, and you will run this project every time. So we can now access this localhost 3000, and it is loading. Okay, compiled. Okay, excellent. Excellent, it is compiled, and as you can see we have shop here, shop now. Excellent. And as you can see we don't have errors anymore, because that was only the first time we ran this project. And I will repeat again, when you get the error you just go Ctrl C and you cancel the terminal, and again Ctrl C and you run it again, and everything will work as it should. That's it for this tutorial. I hope it helped you.